Hello everyone and welcome to Sunburned. Albino dissects all the negative comments he received on his Kingdom Hearts Organization 13 Data Fights boss ranking video. They're a bit juicier this time around, ranging from political nonsense to telling me I suck at a game I've beat 16 times, to complaining about my language use because I guess kindergarten teachers still stumble across my channel every now and then. Let's not waste any time getting to the goods. Risen Link writes, "Never Hillary? Well, now we have the pussy-grabbing sack of human garbage with no political experience, whose casinos went bankrupt on 4 separate occasions, meaning he completely failed as a businessman, as is he, and not tweeting self-incriminating evidence every 2 fucking days. That's right, way to be Putin's cockholster bitch. Are you proud of yourself?" All of that was so annoying to have to vocalize. Do you think Trump is reading this in my comment section? The only Donald you should be insulting is Duck. He's way more incompetent. I replied to his comment. I was like, yeah, this is the place to start this. You can never escape political backlash on the internet. You can watch a segment of a little kid show like the Octonauts on YouTube, and you'll still see a comment like, "Trump doesn't care about the environment. These little explorers are going to be diving through so much sewage and pollution in 20 years they'll all get sick and die." Right, because they're real. Hip Albatross writes, "You used M-rated language in an E-rated game video. This made the video very difficult to watch for my nephew and I." Some of you may have seen me tweet about this. My content maturity level is not dependent on the content maturity level of the game I'm playing. If I want to swear and make pedophile jokes in a Pokemon game, I'm gonna do it. I said I used M-rated language on an M-rated gaming channel, and to look before you leap, and this bitch literally was like, "Sorry, I'm not gonna take the effort to do any of that. I'd rather you police my nephew's internet use for me." I don't know how old your nephew is, but I know he touches his own penis until he orgasms and nothing comes out, and that's way more inappropriate than anything he could watch on my channel. Once you start jerking yourself as a child, you're ready to see how the rest of the world works. If you don't want to interview your potential internet babysitters before you expose them to your kids, then it's your fault if something you don't like slips through the cracks. You said it made my video difficult to watch for the two of you. Does that mean you finished it? You didn't say you quit or left, you said you muscled through it, in which case you don't actually give a shit at all. You don't need to pretend to be auntie of the year. I think it's a chick, I'm not sure. To impress a bunch of my correct demographic. Do what your brother or sister should have done with their child and abort this mission. KVJ1989 writes, "God, you truly suck at this game. Every time you were like, I don't know how to counter it, I facepalmed. Can we just agree that if you can beat every data fight on critical mode, you at least don't suck? I've seen suck. I've seen people die on beginner mode to Genie Jafar. We are playing at the second highest level of difficulty, the first being crit level 1. I am so sick of people in their attempts to bash others go so over the fucking moon with their exaggerations that their words mean nothing at all. I see people talk about tournament teams in games like, oh, that team sucks. Excuse me, they're playing for a $100,000 prize pool, you weekend gamer trash factory. Not to insult casual players, but if you're casual and you talk shit, you're in a glass house throwing nukes." Prickly 10,000 writes, "Luxord is one of the hardest, not the easiest. Oh, I'm sure it is easiest for someone who wasted their money on those stupid button press games in arcades, but those don't even exist anymore. This is a perfect example of someone's personal opinion screwing up a list. If you're not good at the cheap split-second timing, Luxord becomes impossible, as you need to beat at least 4 games to beat him. This is made worse as you have to beat his last game every time, or his time bar goes up even if don't have the time. It's cheap and there is no way to practice it." I got in a legit comment war with this idiot for a little bit before I realized, oh right, that never solves dumb people. First of all, there is a way to practice the timing. It's called fighting the fucking boss. Someone's personal opinion screwing up a list? This list is my personal opinion, as if there's some way to scientifically prove something as subjective as difficulty. In his argument, he literally says that Luxord is hard if you're not good. Nicolas Cage face, you don't say! I know Luxord is hard for some people. Not for me, and that ranking was all about me, like most things on my channel are. Nolan Hewitt writes, "Those are not rose petals, douchebag. They are sakura petals. They symbolize death. Look it up." Gee, I hope the Botanists Association isn't angry with me. He's talking about in the Marluxia fight. I mentioned rose petals when they were in fact sakura petals. A fact that ruined the video for this person because he's emotionally stable and level-headed. Thanks, bro. Next time I'm deciding what to put in my greenhouse, I'll remember this comment, lest I look like an idiot at the local flower shop. Totsukatsu TV writes, "Lark Sen, first place? Seriously? Learn to play, dude." Learn to spell, dude. Also, learn where capitals go. Also, this is a pet peeve of mine, but I absolutely hate when people say really or seriously, as if I'm supposed to jump out of their computer and be like, just kidding! Learn to handle information without backpedaling out of shock every time you hear something you disagree with. These people's brains malfunction whenever they have to acknowledge outside perspectives. Really? Does not compute. Get a firmware upgrade, you exasperated robot. Kane writes, so you're trying to be funny then? I couldn't tell. Sounds like a you problem. You might need to get checked. Like, really, if that thought process happened anywhere else, everyone would assume there was a problem with you. If you stepped outside in 110-degree heat, like, oh, it's hot then? I couldn't tell. You should go to a doctor and tell him you're a numb son of a bitch that can't recognize temperature. I am light years beyond needing to defend my sense of humor, thanks to my body of overwhelmingly positively received work. I'm not going to entertain the idea that an outlier is going to come in here and shake up my self-esteem. Well, that's going to do it for this video. Finally, not as short this time. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.